watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. I'm David Preston on this Friday, July 12th. Over 12 months of being inside of a Mars simulation, the four-person NASA crew has officially emerged from the Earthbound Mars. Rory Russell has this story.
The crew of NASA's mission to Mars emerged from their craft after a year-long voyage that never left Earth. The four volunteer crew members spent more than 12 months inside of NASA's first simulated Mars environment at Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, coming out of the artificial alien environment on Saturday around 5 p.m. Kelly Haston, Anka Selleru, Ross Brockwell, and Nathan Jones entered the 3D habitat on June 25, 2023. Haston, the mission commander, began with the simple words, "Hello. It is actually wonderful to be able to say hello to you all." Jones, a physician and the mission medical officer, said their 378 days in confinement went by quickly. The quarters that they lived and worked inside of were 1,700 square feet, and they also worked through challenges like a real Mars crew would be expected to experience, including limited resources, isolation, and delays in communication of up to 22 minutes, with their home planet on the other side of the habitat's walls, according to NASA. Steve Corner, deputy director of Johnson Space Center, said most of the first crew's experimentation focused on nutrition and how it affected their performance. Ross Brockwell says, "I am grateful to have had this incredible opportunity to live for a year within a spirit of planetary adventure towards the exciting future." Science officer Anne Costello said that she has been asked many times why she has a fixation on Mars. She says, "Why go to Mars? Because it is possible. Because the space can unite and bring out the best in us. Because it's one defining step that Earthlings will take to light the way into the next centuries."
Welcome to our Real News segment with myself and Maria Centers, who now joins us from the heart of Las Vegas as we examine last night's fact-filled U.S. presidential press conference.
In what he claims as one of the best U.S. presidential press conferences ever in the history of the United States, Biden refers to U.S. President Donald J. Trump as Harris and misgenders the two. Let's take a look.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one, the fact is that
Is Biden suggesting that U.S. President Donald J. Trump and Harris are transitioning?
the idea, I served in the Senate a long time. The idea that senators and congressmen running for office worry about the ticket is not unusual. And I might add, there are at least 5 presidents running or incumbent presidents who had lower numbers than I have now.
Liberal elites are now horrified that the world knows of Biden's cognitive state, as all he had to do was make it to the next inauguration.
So things are moving. We got more to go. Working class people still need help. Corporate greed is still at large. Their prices, the corporate profits have doubled since the pandemic. They're coming down. And so I'm optimistic about where things are going.
The Silver State is now a universal vote-by-mail state. However, there are still in-person polling locations for now.
Any damage to our standing in my leading this conference? Have you seen a more successful conference? What do you think? And the Putin piece, I was talking about Putin, and I said, and now, at the very end, I said, Putin. I said, no, I'm sorry, Zelensky. And then I added 5 other names. Look, guys. The idea anybody suggests that we haven't had an incredibly successful conference.
Proudly reporting from Sin City, which is located in the Mojave Desert that does get hot in the summer. I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
News 25 will continue to offer the latest real news from a patriotic perspective. For the last 2 years, there has been rumors that Albertsons and Kroger will merge. Roy Roussel gives us all the details on this official merger.
Albertsons has officially detailed which stores in Nevada it would sell to complete a proposed merger with a rival supermarket giant. The company on Tuesday released its list of planned stores here in Nevada, which is part of an attempt to satisfy federal regulators as it tries to combine with Kroger in a $24.6 billion deal. 16 Albertsons stores in Nevada will be sold, with all but one located in southern Nevada. The Pahrump location, 3 Henderson stores, the Elko location, and 11 stores in Las Vegas will be sold. Kroger and Albertsons agreed to merge in 2022, saying it would help them compete with Walmart, Amazon, and Costco, as well as other big rivals. The Federal Trade Commission in February sued to block them, however, arguing the combined company would eliminate competition and lead to higher prices. To address state and federal concern, the two companies said they would sell 579 stores, which is up from the original plan of 413 stores being sold. In Nevada, Kroger operates the Smith's food and drug chain of grocery stores.
We will have more news on the other side of this break. You're watching Southern Nevada News Network.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Tower Pizza, voted best pizza in Pahrump 2023. Give them a call at 775-537-2211, 775-537-2211, or visit the website www.towerpizzanv.com.
Welcome back to News 25. The Formula One Grand Prix will be returning to Las Vegas this November, and Neon City Festival will be in attendance for added entertainment.
Plans for a free festival in downtown Las Vegas are in the works to coincide with the 2024 Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. Tuesday morning, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority approved a $1 million sponsorship agreement with Neon City Festival, which is expected to take place on November 22nd through November 24th, which is the same weekend as the Las Vegas Formula One race. The festival is still in the early ages of planning, but is expected to be a participation with the Fremont Street Experience, 12 downtown hotel casino properties, and the Strat. The organizers of the festival said in a statement that Neon City Festival looks forward to revealing additional details in the coming weeks. The Neon City Festival is being organized with the hope that downtown Las Vegas properties will have the opportunity to capitalize on some of the hype around the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Las Vegas is the 22nd race on the Formula One calendar, with festivities scheduled to take place from November 21st to November 24th.
2 children are recipients of twin-size beds on Thursday from Sleep in Heavenly Peace. News 25 was there and captures this story.
My name is Devin Peterson. I'm here with a lot of our team members from our STEP program this year. I've had the pleasure of watching these kids grow. We have been supporting their growth personally, as well as helping support our community with the Sleeps in Heavenly Peace program. One of their biggest things that their motto is that
no kids sleep on the floor in our town.
So we're here to help build beds. We had the amazing experience of coming and building the beds for the kids today. We got to see them jump on it and enjoy it and know how much this is going to make a difference in their life, and it's going to be permanent. So we're really excited to be a part of this program, to see these kids around us grow and build this from sand to installing the beds to staining. It's been a real growth experience for everybody here, and I'm super proud of the program to be a part of it. I think it's a vital aspect to our town and our community to have programs like this in place, and we're really looking forward to the future. So I can't thank this crew enough, and the ability to do what we do and have what we have here. This is an amazing group. So guys, thank you for all your hard work, and I can't wait till next year.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you to this wonderful organization and what they do for this community. They have truly blessed my family and my 2 children, who we just recently got custody of. I just recently went through a leg amputation, so this has been the greatest blessing that we could have gotten. And we just want to say thank you as much as possible to this wonderful organization. We got 2 today. We got 1 for each of the children, and they'll no longer be on air mattresses on the floor. There are 2 really nice twin-size beds that the kids built with the direction of the wonderful organization here that came out and made this possible for us today.
I'm Amanda Baylog. I work with Nye Communities Coalition. We've been working with the JPO STEP program for about 3 years. And what we do is we teach social emotional learning skills and also sexual health prevention. We have been doing this. We also do 20 hours of community service learning, which we have partnered with Sleep in Heavenly Peace for the past 3 years. And this year we built 34 beds, and the youth worked from sanding them to putting them together, all of those things, and they've done a great job.
So anyway, this is the 3rd year that we've worked with the Nye County Coalition, the Juvenile Probation Department, and Pahrump Valley High School. The students get together. We come out. We started the 4th of June. And we built beds. It was a really fantastic experience. I want to thank Robert Martinez, who spearheaded this whole thing starting 3 years ago. Great experience for us all. Thank you.
I just want to thank all these organizations, you guys, for letting us have these kids build these beds. They did a great job. I'm really proud of them. And, you know, there'll be 34 kids that'll be not sleeping on the floor anymore because of these children. And thank you. Thank you to everybody.
We have your health news coming up after the break. You're watching Southern Nevada News Network.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back to News 25. Can Community Health has broken ties with and has replaced Hunt Ridge Family Clinic in providing medical services to the community in the Ryan White program at the Health and Human Services location twice a month. News 25 catches up with the Chief Medical Officer of CAN to tell us all about their services they will be providing going forward in our Part 1 report.
Hi, I'm Stephen Barnett. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of CAN Community Health, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about our organization and more specifically about the services we now provide in Las Vegas and surrounding counties and communities, including Pahrump. So CAN Community Health has been around for 35 years. We started at the very beginning of the HIV and AIDS epidemic. We've been providing HIV care, treatment, prevention, focus on sexually transmitted infections, screening and treatment, as well as hepatitis, which we see in the similar communities. We also offer primary care for anyone that we're seeing for the services we provide. In some of our clinics, we also do primary care for the whole community. Not exclusively so, but we are highly service those in the LGBTQ plus community. And we also offer gender affirming care for those that are interested in that. And that's throughout our organization. So specifically in Las Vegas, we started about 1.5 years ago at the request of the Ryan White program, as well as Rob Phoenix, who had built and ran Hunt Ridge Clinic, or Hunt Ridge Family Medicine. We were asked to come out because that clinic had closed due to unforeseen circumstances, and they knew the community needed those services. So they reached out to us because we are in a few states, including Florida, Arizona, now Nevada, Texas, and Virginia and South Carolina, and asked if we would be willing to practice. We agreed to do so very quickly and got it up and running within 3 or 4 months. At the time, it was still under the licensing and so forth of Hunt Ridge, but the plan was always to turn it into a CAN Community Health Las Vegas. So we successfully did that 1 year ago. The doors opened back up, and we now have completely converted over to CAN Community Health so that everything is under our umbrella, including our billing, and all the employees are CAN employees. So we are now fully operational in Las Vegas. Rob Phoenix, as of Monday, June 24th, is no longer with the practice, but there are several providers there now, and we actually have a permanent long-term provider coming in at the beginning of October that's from Las Vegas, and their dream had been to come back and practice in this practice just like it was Hunt Ridge, now Can Community Health. And their name is Archie Grimley, so they'll be starting in October. Currently, we have LaShonda Brown, who is a nurse practitioner with several years of experience. Courtney Sherman is also a doctorate of nurse practitioner that is rotating through as well as myself. I'm a family medicine and HIV specialist provider. We also have Dr. Sinchen, who's been doing HIV care for about 30 years. As well as Mark Moore, who was a provider in Arizona for many, many years in HIV care, STIs, prevention, gender-affirming care, and all of us are rotating through to cover to help out until Dr. Grimley is on site, as well as the nurse practitioner who is with us now, LaShonda Brown, so we're helping her. We'll continue to offer all the same services that were offered at Hunt Ridge, both in Las Vegas and in Pahrump.
Summer is the perfect time to break out the grill and have a cookout with friends and family. And with July being National Grilling Month, registered dietitian Alexis Supan with Cleveland Clinic has some tips to make your next cookout a little healthier.
Instead of doing things like burgers or hot dogs or sausages, your best bets are doing something like a salmon or a chicken burger instead of your traditional beef burger. And then also think about doing skewers. Marinating some chicken in a low sodium marinade and then throwing it on a skewer with a bunch of vegetables is a great option, or you could do the same thing with shrimp.
When grilling, Supan stresses it's best to avoid charring any food you make, as that can potentially expose you to carcinogens. Along with preparing a lean protein for your main dish, a salad is always a good-to-go side, and a veggie tray can be a helpful alternative to chips. When it's time to eat, Supan says a good rule of thumb is to fill up half your plate with fruits and veggies. If you are not sure fresh produce will be available, you can always be the person to bring it to your next cookout. Supan adds it's never a good idea to skip meals before a get-together, where there will be a lot of food.
Never go hungry. A lot of people tend to not eat if they know they're going to eat a lot, but it's usually better for us when we eat ahead of time and then we're not starving and overeat immediately.
When your cookout is over, Supan says it's best to avoid using a wire brush to clean your grill. That's because wire bristles can break off and possibly end up in your food the next time you grill.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking mostly sunny and hot. Roy Rossell tells us what's in store for the week coming up after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening, Nevada. I am Rory Rossell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV and now Roku. Taking a look at Nevada right now up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 102 degrees. Fallon is at 105, Carson City at 99, Tonopah at 97, just a little bit lower. Goldfield is also at 99 degrees. Beatty, for the 5th day in a row, is 10 degrees higher than Goldfield at 109 degrees. Amargosa at 114, Las Vegas at 112, and Death Valley is at 125 degrees. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 111 degrees. It was partly cloudy today. The high today just a little while ago was 112 degrees. Wind blowing south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Humidity 6% today, and the sun sun rose this morning at 5:36 and is going to set tonight at 8:02 p.m. The low tonight is going to be 84 degrees, wind blowing east-southeast at 12 miles per hour, and the humidity goes up just a little bit to 15%. And wait for it, just wait a second. And a few clouds. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. It looks like there's going to be a few clouds on Saturday, but then it clears up for the rest of the week into next week. On Friday, we have clear skies. We're staying in the triple digits throughout the entire week and next week. Just make sure to drink a little bit of water. Our low is going to be 105 on Monday. Back to the desk. Here's David.
Thank you, Rory. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston. Have a great weekend.